Now, let me tell you something that I don't talk about, which is really important. And I haven't really brought this up before. Gosh, I can't believe they were that cheap. Wonder if I should buy another 8. Hi, it's Robbie from Southern California. Today I'm coming to you to talk about this. No, not this. Hold on. But this tote. Now, I just bought 8 of these, and I want to come in quick because I want to talk about totes. You know how I grow in them, and I grow all kinds of food and flowers and everything. These are 18-gallon. They're sterilite. They're the number 5, which is food safe. They've got a lid. This is what they look like. Now, these are dark gray. Now, this particular one is really cheap right now. I don't know why, but a lot of times this time of the year, they clear them out for different reasons. So I think they're clearing some of these out, and I'm going to go ahead and set that up past the bird garden because I'm going to compost in here all winter long and into the spring. So whenever you're watching this video, these are fantastic. Now, let me explain one thing. Even though these are really cheap, and I'll put the price underneath so you can go check it out and take a look at it. These are from Walmart, which is coming from Sterilite. They do have another one that is light gray. Let me put this down for a second. And it's a lighter color. And for some reason, they're like $7 all the time. It's $6.98 all year long. And they have other colors as well. I'm not sure if this one's a little thinner, but I will tell you, this is going to be fabulous. Now, it's a little bit kind of a nicer design. They've got a swirl here. It might be for dorms because I read that on the description. So maybe when you move into a dorm at college, you know, you bring all your stuff and then you've got, let's say, 8 of them or a stack of them. So when you stack them together, they've got a fancy design, and then you can use it as a tabletop. You know, once you put the lid back, you can sit it in the corner of your dorm and you've got a pretty tabletop. I don't know, because it is very fancy on this one compared to the plainer one. For growing, I don't care, where the plainer one is actually more money. If it is a little thinner, I think it's going to be fine because I've had some on the thin side that have been going for years. Now keep in mind, if for some reason you're in a really hot, dry area or you knock it at it and it breaks, you're paying about $5 for this, which you could end up getting hundreds of dollars of food. Forget even that. The thing is, when you grow something in here, it's going to be full of nutrition, something you're not going to get with a lot of other foods. And we can get into foods another time. And this has been wonderful to grow in. It's my favorite. I've got it elevated on a table. You know how I put them on chairs. You don't have to bend and hurt your back. I've got them here on the deck. I've got them all over the garden. Gary's got them in his garden. Thousands upon thousands of you all over the world now have got them either on the ground or on chairs or tables or elevated on concrete blocks or cement blocks, whatever way you want to do it. This has been easy. I've talked about how each one of these are an individual garden, so you can line up 10, 20, 30 of them, and each one you build one at a time. You can't do that with a big raised bed. If you've got an 8-foot, 12-foot raised bed, you've got to fill the whole thing. And if you don't have enough matter to put down on the bottom, you can spend hundreds of dollars filling it. Where this one, I fill them for nothing. I make holes in them, and then I start filling them, and then I throw my plants in there. Sometimes volunteers come up, like tomatoes, really good. Even squashes come up, and they grow on their own. This has been fabulous to grow with. I can't emphasize enough how I would not be gardening without this. We have gophers. Gophers come in from under the ground and eat the roots of your plants. They can't do that. Rabbits, elevate it a little bit, you can keep the rabbits out. And of course, if you've got ground squirrels that kind of jump in, or tree squirrels, then we use the tool, which we're not talking about tool today, but the link where I get my tool, which is a netting fabric. It is 40 yards by 54 inches wide for less than $10. That link will be inside my description of pretty much all my videos. You tap on the title. Don't look at all those little pictures floating around. You may see this picture floating around. Then tap into the description where it says more. You'll see a bunch of links that I may have put up for water fountains or whatever. You'll see 1 or 2 that says tool. Tap on that. It'll take you to eBay. Cheap, cheap, cheap. I can't emphasize enough. Free shipping. That's where you can look at it. When you tap on it, you don't have to buy it. You could just look at it. But you'll see all the colors they've got and the different ones. The other ones with the pictures, when you tap on the title, and it will depend if you're on a tablet, if you're on your phone, a computer, whatever, it might look a little different. Those pictures are different. Those come up from YouTube. I can go ahead and attach this. Sometimes they don't let me. They may have a big sale where they won't let me attach it, but I can attach something else in there and you'll see a different, let's say tote or whatever I'm talking about. When you go into Walmart and you look at that, scroll to the bottom. Because a lot of times the big sale is on the bottom. So I want you to find it, look at it, and see if you can use it. But I wanted to come on right away because these are so incredibly cheap that I'm going to set up a lot of these right now in the garden. I'll take you out there and show you where I'm going to throw all my food matter in. Any leaves that I have anywhere will end up going inside. It will break down. I'm going to set it up for the birds to feed on all the insects that might come to it, but when you cover it, there's no insects. But I'm going to uncover it during the day. By covering it back, and this one snaps on at night, you won't have any rodents getting in here. But during the day when you open it, when there's no rodents running around, you'll have the birds coming in as the little fruit flies start to lay their eggs in there and they hatch. You're not having it in the house. This is nature. You want to bring nature in like I do. I mean, the hummingbirds eat that too. You open up the lids and then you'll see the birds come in. I have it all the time. They just gorge themselves on all the little fruit flies and everything in there. And that is great. Let's go into the garden and I'm going to show you where I'm going to set this up. And again, if you want the gray ones or other colors, look through them. The other ones will be there. But this right now is a good sale. And like I was saying, they put these on sale when maybe the college students are coming home or they have an excess of colors they want to get rid of. They maybe made too many of the dark gray ones. So they a lot of times throw these things on sale for incredible prices that you won't get in the store. I do not believe this is in the store. The $6.98 one, that's light gray, that you can go to Walmart and find. But these, you have to buy them online and it's free shipping. If you don't like it, return it. Okay, let's go out in the garden and I'm going to show you in the yard how I'm going to set this up. I've got my tote here. Now, this is just a chair I painted with cheap paint. Now here's the thing, I would set this up differently depending on what I'm going to do, though it could be used for either one. Right now I'm going to set this up to throw compost in. I want to catch the water underneath that drips out, and I'm going to cover it during the night so no rodents get in, because I'm not planting right now, we're going in the winter. But I could plant in it by simply removing the lid and going for it. So right now, this is what I'm going to do. Excuse my back. This is my flash fish. I love it. I can plug things in. This is 200 watts. I use it for my soldering iron, glue guns, fans, lights, everything. If you lose electricity, you've got electricity at your hands. And then also, of course, if you don't have power, you can charge up your cell phone, your tablet. It works great. Now, with that, you want to make sure you got like a melamine plate so you can put your hot soldering iron. I think it's hot. It's been plugged in. Now what I'm going to do here, this is the Sterlite. We just went over it. I'm going to make one big hole, and it's that easy when it's hot. I'm going to put it in the middle. Later on, when I go to plant in it, I think I'm going to make more holes. But since right now I'm only using it for composting, I'm going to make one hole because we don't want it to turn into a lake. We want it to drain, but I am going to leave about a ½ inch so there's a small amount of water. And I'm going to drain it to the middle. Now let me tell you something that I don't talk about, which is really important. And I haven't really brought this up before. Once you do the hole, let's say you do one hole right now, I did one big one. And let's say you need more holes. It's not draining good. Even with your plants growing, you can come back and add in as many holes as you want. When it's full, just get down there and do that. Now, since I'm going to cover it, I don't want this to be airtight. So I'm going to make holes along the top, right there. So when I close it up at night, there'll be plenty of air, oxygen getting in, because I want my little critters, whether it's earthworms, microbes, fruit flies, I want them to have plenty of air. The other way is I could make holes in the tote lid, but I'm not going to bother. Just holes right here be enough airflow so all my critters that I want to break down my soil and invite the birds in will have plenty of air. We are done. This is how easy this is. And with this, if I don't have time right now to unplug it, all I do is shut it off. I couldn't live without this. This is like power at your hands at all times. They're not even that expensive. Yes, they're about $100, but you know what? I've gotten so much use out of them. I've got 3 of them, so I can drag them all over. And I really, sometimes when I charge it up, I've noticed I've only had to charge it up twice in a year. You just plug it in, it charges, and you've got power. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you are looking for totes, this is the time to buy right now. This is a super deal. Check it out. But if not, don't worry. You can always go to Walmart or check the other stores out. But I know Walmart's got these in light gray for about $6.98. Sometimes they put them on sale, so keep an eye out. But right now I'm setting these up because I'm going to compost leaves, everything from around the garden. When I pick it up, I don't want to put anything that was alive, like trees and plants and leaves, in the garbage. That is free soil for me. That's going to go in there. And when I come out here in March, April, I'm going to have free soil. Oh, a few of you have asked about my pants. These are filthy. They've been washed, but they're stained. I wear them all over. Let me show you this. They got a pocket here. They got a pocket here so deep that I can put my big cell phone in. I've got another pocket here. I've got another pocket here. And I do wear one of these to the grocery store. What I did was I sewed some Velcro on so I can do this and I don't have to even bring my purse in. My wallet's in there and it's Velcroed, and there's one more back there. I think that's it. So it's got 4 pockets in the front and 1 in the back. You can't beat these. They've got them for like $10, $9.98 at Walmart. They've got a green one, which I just ordered, like a khaki green. I've ordered the gray one, which was a little bit more money. And I ordered a brown one they had a while ago, also $10. You can't beat that. I absolutely love them, and they're so nice for the winter. They're kind of warm, but you know, they're like a sweatpants. I will have to tell you, I couldn't find this style I wanted in women's, so these are actually men's pants. So keep that in mind if you're going to order any. And I'll go ahead and tag that too, because like I said, I just bought another pair last night because it was a khaki green, and I thought, they didn't have that before. They kind of bounce in new colors sometimes, and I'm going to get that for that price. In fact, my niece wanted one, and I got her a pair, and she loves it. With all the pockets, she's a vet. She said she needs all these pockets when she's working, and it works for her fantastic. So with that, have a wonderful day. Check out the totes if you're going to do a tote garden, or maybe for storage. And don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye. And I'm sure I have to go fill more hummingbird feeders again.